Come on in, everybody. Okay, hashtag understanding B7. Oh, it's gonna be hot tonight. Oh my goodness. In many senses of the word, I'm excited. Okay, understanding B7, part 7. It's the 7 in understanding B7. Understanding B7, part 7. Wait, with O'Neill Gerald. O'Neill Gerald. Hello, everybody. It's wonderful to be amongst you one more time. And we're talking about Say Something tonight. Woohoo! Back on our regular day. Oh, you like these glasses? I like them too. I recently got them. In fact, I got them when I shaved my head. Come on in, everybody. I'm just gonna fix this a little bit so that you can see the line. And of course, we have a little bit of things that are going on. Oh gosh. It's funny. Okay, maybe I'll answer that right now. Hi, Sean Lamont, 89. Praise the Lord, saints. I can't. I just got a question about whether we're gonna unpack the Borderline performance and No Tomorrow. I'm doing it in the Understanding B7. Wait, what was I saying now? Yeah, I'm doing it in the Understanding B7 after party. So if you want to break down the Borderline performance, we're gonna talk about it in the Understanding B7 after party. Just hit up the what's it called? The Understanding B7 package in my personal profile. And so maybe I should introduce myself first. I'm O'Neill Gerald, and this is the seventh week that we are in the heat of what is it called? Understanding B7? Yeah, Understanding B7. We're going through Brandy's new album B7, track by track. I never thought that we would get this far, but we are 7 tracks in. And I am just so excited to get into a favorite off of B7, and that is Say Something. And yeah, I want you guys to feel free to just comment, etc. so forth. I'll try and keep track of it, but the way that Instagram has it now, it's just kind of weird the way that we go through the way that we do things now. But yeah, let's talk about Say Something. Let's get right into it, just in terms of the theme. Say Something. Say Something is so I would say it's very different, or rather it's got a different energy than all of the prior songs on the album. I would say that and when Brandy was initially talking about the album, she was really saying, I'm digging into my lower register, etc. and so forth, and it's it's just kind of chill. But Say Something brings this energy that is completely different from all of the tracks that are prior, and I kind of want to get into a little bit of what creates that energy, a little bit of what creates that feel that we're getting, that hard-knocking, wonderful feel that we're getting. And just shout out to Brandy. I'm so glad, and shout out to Forever Brandy 101 for allowing me to, again, have this platform to be amongst you. So why don't we get into it? Talking about Say Something. Now, in terms of the theme, that's what I was kind of starting to talk about. But anyway, in terms of Say Something feels like a one-sided argument. And I don't mean one-sided in that the person on the other side isn't necessarily listening, but it sounds to me like when you are in the heat of an argument and you are now hitting all of the things that you are listing that is and not even just necessarily offenses against the person, but just really things that are really hurting you, things that are just grinding your gears, getting on your nerves, and also it just seems like a big buildup that was in the relationship that is now gonna come to, This is what's up. And at the end of listing all of the things that are happening, there is this plea to say something. It's almost not necessarily a plea. It's or rather, it's two-sided, because it feels like a plea on one side. It's just like, say something to believe again. Something. Tell me to believe you. Tell me, think you're gonna need me someday. It's like say something. What do you have to say to all of these things that I said? And then on the other side, it's a little bit facetious and sarcastic. It's like, say something now. Something to believe in. Yeah, like, give me something more from all of the crap that you've been putting out in this relationship. So it's like, it's kind of like two-sided. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. Love it. Someone said, I've been there. Has anyone else been there? Yeah. Anyway, have I been there? We'll just leave that up to the mystery. But yeah, I wanted to kind of talk about the kind of essential cycle that that happens in. Hey, Andreas was in the Understanding B7 after party last week, so just want to give you a special shout out. And I saw Anthony and I saw Token, there's an entire culture happening in the comments. So hey, everybody. But yeah. I wanted to kind of draw you a little bit of a diagram. Now, I was working out this diagram and I realized that you guys see it reverse. So I'm going to try and make this reverse and see if I can do this well. But in Say Something, I'm really getting this sense of a cyclical movement that is happening that's happening in the verses. We're going to talk about the verses, then we'll kind of talk about the chorus, because the verses bring that really high energy, and then the chorus brings something else. But I kind of want to split the cycle into two parts. We got side 1 of the cycle and side 2 of the cycle. You know what? Why don't I just even kind of play the verse to kind of give just a little bit of credence, because we're talking about the verse. All right. Here we go. Yeah. Oh! You're singing. Yeah. Okay, cool. So, again, we're really just getting two sides of the same cycle that keeps happening and happening. Remember, we're dealing with this whole one-sided argument energy. It feels like punch after punch after punch after punch. And actually the way that the melody is organized kind of gives us this like 1-2, 1-2, 1-2 aspect. So I'm going to label one side of the... okay, you know what? I'm going to use blue and red, and let's see if I can write backwards on this. But we get side 1, and I'm going to make a 1 backwards. We get side 1, and I'm going to put that there. And then we get side 2. Side 2. Perfect. Right. Side 1 and side 2. Right. And on one side, we're getting, I'm on the fence, cause I'm, and then we get under attack. I'm on the fence cause I'm under attack. Now, one thing that I was trying to get into, but I was trying to find a way to simply explain it. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of show you guys the movement. And I'm going to kind of mimic the melody. I'm trying to get my head out of the way so you guys can kind of see it. But I'm on the fence cause I'm under attack. Said some things that I... Okay, wait. I don't even know the lyrics here. Wait. I'm on the fence cause I'm under attack. Been on that fence and I ain't looking back. Right? So even in the bass, we're getting this And with Brandy's vocal performance, she is hitting basically the same notes on side 1 and side 2. And it just so happens in the minor key, she's actually hitting the 1. I'm on the fence, da 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 da. 1. So we get I'm on the fence, and we get this straight tone, and then we get under attack. Now, the thing about this key, and I'm going to try and explain it really quickly, is that in order, like, this particular note is actually something that's called a leading tone. If we were to use the major key as a reference point, this note tends to want to lead here. But in this particular instance, we're not getting the 3. We're simply getting 1, 2, 1, 2. And the 2 really makes us want to lead to the 3. But because of the way that this is set up, again, it's punch after punch after punch. We're getting cycle after cycle after cycle and after cycle. Now, let's kind of break down what the cycle is now. And this is where we're going to start to get into Brandy's vocal performance. Even before we get into the cycles, the way that the music is organized, there is a sense of one phrase that ends off in I guess a downward inflection that brings us to the end of a sentence. So we get, I'm on the fence 'cause I'm under attack. Been on that fence and I ain't looking back. Question some things that I thought was a fact. I said some things that I said some things that I can never take back. Right? So in a lot of tracks on B7, you're not necessarily getting full sentences like that that's happening in one breath. But in the way that the music is organized, we're going through the full cycle and then we get a little bit of a pause. Technically, there should probably be a little bit of a space here to say, hey, this is the end of the sentence. So if we were to look at it again, I'm on that fence and I'm on that fence 'cause I'm under attack. Been on that fence and I ain't looking back. Question some things that I thought was a fact. I said some things I could never take back. Right? So on side 1, we're getting this one again. I'm on that fence. So if we were to draw what the line kind of looks like, it's kind of straight. I'm on the fence, right? And actually, it's going to be this way for you. But I'm on the fence, right? And then on this side, with side 2, we're getting this downward inflection. Wait, am I drawing it the right way? Oh Lord. Yeah, okay. Da 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 da, right? Da 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 da. Right? And this downward inflection makes it feel even more like a sentence. Think of when you're in a heated argument. I don't really like you. If you listen to how my voice is, what my voice is doing, it's going from top to bottom. I don't really like you. Look at all the things that you've done to me. I don't really feel so great right now. So when we're making these exclamatory or like these very emphatic, passionate, angry sentences, they start high and they go low. And that's exactly what the line does. I'm on the oh my gosh, it's so hard to anyway. I'm on the fence 'cause I'm under attack. I'm on the fence 'cause I'm under attack. Been on that fence and I ain't looking back. Like, it's just, there's a sense of forward motion that is there, that is already in the melody, right? And so as we go through this, just remember that the verse is kind of broken into cycles like that. The chorus is actually a lot different. But now that we've gotten through a little bit of that, let's now even more so go through the beginning in terms of like what Brandy's doing in terms of her voice. Now, this, again, it's giving us, this is an emphatic argument that's going on. Right? I'm on the fence 'cause I'm under attack. Now, one of the main things that I was noticing about Brandy's performance, and that we all did, is that she's singing hard. Or like, we get the notion that this is something passionate, and we're getting this hard hit. mind you, a lot of that hit does come from the production. Shout out to DJ Camper. We get this boom, boom, snare, snare, boom, snare, boom, snare. It's like that. Like I was driving in my car listening to this, and that da-da-da, and then that drop is just absolutely magnificent. It fills the entire car, and it allows Brandy's attack to speak. Now, another thing about Brandy's attack, or really the thing that's making Brandy's attack, is the fact that she's, again, like times we said before, Brandy actually sings a lot sings in the mask. This place where she is, the placement is very light. The placement is ready for runs. Her vibrato just kind of flutters. Now, she's still in that place, but what she's done is she's using her articulators in terms of her teeth, her tongue, her lips, etc., so forth, and she's allowing those articulators to start to punch. So if I were to kind of punch with my words, it would kind of sound like this. And what I'm doing is I'm not necessarily increasing volume, but I am using my consonants to create spaces in the sound that act like accents. So if we were to listen to the first line. So I'm on the fence 'cause I'm under attack, right? I'm on the fence 'cause I'm under attack. And there's some places where she's actually joining the consonant to the vowel. I'm on the fence 'cause I'm under attack. Adding the consonant to those to the end of those places gives it some extra punch. I'm on the fence 'cause I'm under attack. Been on that fence and I ain't looking back. And again, it's fully joined, and because of this cycle thing, where she's starting the sentence and then coming to the end, making another point. So point after point after point after point. We're getting this very, very, very hard, this hard feeling from the vocal performance. Question something. Right? And so, like any good soloist, what Brandy's doing is she's making the bed. She's showing us what exactly is going on. She's showing us exactly what the bed is, or what the basics of the melody is. Da 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 da. And because she starts with that, when she starts to play with the melody, add some runs, add some licks, we're starting to get, I guess, a development of what was already basic before. And she starts by actually going to that 3 that I was talking about, and varying from the 1. So I'm on the fence because I'm under attack. And then when she goes to figures of speech, I put you on the map, right? Figures of speech, I put you on the map. Right? And so again, because she already established that from the beginning, we're now hearing point after point after point, etc., so forth. And so that's kind of the cycle that's going on in the verses. Now I want to make sure that I do not sweat out my blowout. Anyway, Beyonce reference. Anyway, figures of speech, I put you on the map. Let's even break down that little lick that's happening right there, because that's actually a lot more complicated. Right? I'm going to slow that down just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to slow it down by half. Right? You on the map. You on the map. Right? There is just it's wonderful. And I think it was Daytime that was actually, shout out to you if you're here, that was actually starting to point out just the what's the word, he was starting to point out even the little licks and the little runs that are perfectly in time. Now, if we were to kind of knock it, all of Brandy's runs, or many of Brandy's runs in this song, are hitting the exact meter of the song, meaning that when she starts a run and lands a run, it's happening on the beat. And you can even hear how her vocal performance is hitting the hi-hats. Let's listen to that again. Right? Ha, 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 ha. Right? So all of her improvisations are hitting the inner rhythmic heartbeat of what's going on. I love that. And I want to make sure that I get through everything. Yep. Okay. The attack of the verses, etc., so forth. Now, and then I talked about the shorter phrases, etc. So, okay, perfect. Now, that kind of establishes what's happening in the verses. But the one thing that makes Say Something dynamic, in my opinion, is actually the contrast between the verse and the chorus. Because the verse, we're getting, I'm on the fence because I'm under attack. And like, again, it's just those cycles and cycles of points. But when we get to the chorus, we actually break the cycle, right? And to me, it kind of feels like a break in character, a break in morale. It's almost like I'm talking to a wall, and even though I'm trying to be angry with you, there are so many emotions that are inside of me that are just screaming, say something, right? So immediately when we get to say something, or actually, you know what? Let's hear the transition from the verse to the chorus, okay? Right? Woo, I love it. Right. And so now let's contrast and compare. The verse was very much in rhythmic time. The chorus now, in terms of its timing, it actually kind of lays us behind the beat. Say something to believe again. Like you can even hear the way that she's lagging on the beat. Tell me to believe you. Ooh, think you're gonna need me someday. Let's listen to how she's actually a little bit behind the beat. I'm gonna slow this down a bit again. Right. And what we're really looking for is just how her voice is hitting the hi-hats. If we're hearing her voice come in and out of like hitting the hi-hat right on, we can hear that she's actually starting to play with the tempo and play with the meter. Let's listen a little bit. Something to believe. Tell me to believe. Yeah, and even that think you're gonna need, think you're gonna need, right? We got a little, even more of laying back in terms of the rhythm. Think you're gonna need me someday. Now, okay, so again, I'm gonna write backwards, but please forgive me in terms of my writing backwards. Okay, so in terms of, depending on how good my penmanship is, I might not even do this, but okay, so we got rhythm. Nope, I'm gonna flip this camera around. It's too hard. I'm not gonna be able to see your comments for a little bit, but hold on. So how do I do this now? Okay, so wait. So then I flip it around by doing this, and then you should be able to see me now. Can you guys see me now? Yeah, I'm doing this literally by faith. But yes. Okay, so that's one of the, so we're looking at the contrast, or you know what, why don't we say verse versus chorus? Okay, verse versus chorus. Okay, and then we're gonna, okay, and this would actually also go for the post-chorus as well, in terms of the verse, because they kind of sound similar. But in the verse, we're getting rhythmic integrity, rhythmic, rhythmic, integrity, but in terms of, like, I'm trying to find another word for it that's a little bit simpler. Not necessarily just integrity, but rhythmic accuracy. And then in terms of vocal performance, on the chorus, we're getting Brandy singing very, in terms of the rhythm, she's rhythmic, freedom. Let's put it that way. So there's a little bit more freedom. She's playing with the beat. She's coming in and out of the regular meter, okay? So say something, something to believe again, right? Another difference between the verse and the chorus is really the attack of her voice. We're getting a completely different side of her voice. She's singing in a much more lighter mix. Say something, something to believe again, right? Let's listen. Right? And so we're getting a much lighter performance. So here we're getting, I guess, in the verse we're getting a harder performance. For the sake of time, I'm just going to kind of outline it there. And if you want to take notes, you can. A harder performance versus a lighter performance, right? And she's much lighter in terms of her tone. Say something, something to believe again. Now, something else. Remember how I was telling you in the beginning about how all of the cycles were like it was like sentence after sentence, and what's happening is I'm on the fence cause I'm under attack. That was all done in one breath. But actually, in the chorus, with say something, it's just say something, and then the phrase ends. So in the chorus, we're getting these little pockets of phrases that are much shorter. So in terms of the phrasing that's in the chorus, we're getting shorter phrases. We're not getting like full sentences. We're kind of getting like here's and there's. Let's listen to it. Right? And then song. Something to believe again. Right? Something to believe you. Love that. Think you're gonna need me someday. And just that little note that's there. Think you're gonna need me someday. Need me someday. Love that, right? So we're getting shorter phrases in the chorus and longer phrases in the verse. And when I say phrase, I don't necessarily mean the cat and the dog. What I mean is just a period of time where someone is not taking a breath vocally. So there's that as well. Hold on. Oh yes, and something that's also contributing to the lighter performance in terms of her tone is not just her tone, but remember we said she was giving harder consonants in the beginning, but now she's giving lighter ones. Say something, something to believe again. It's not say something, something to believe again. It's not very hard. It's actually a little bit lazy in the way that she's lazy or laid back. Let's put it that way. Laid back is her musical performance here. Right? So she's allowing the vowel to speak. There's not much consonant that's getting in the way. So we're getting here we're getting harder consonants. And then here in the chorus, we're getting lighter consonants. Okay, right? Look at it. Memorize it, because I'm going to erase it so I can turn the camera back around. But you guys get the idea, right? Okay, let's hopefully... Right. And yes, I did slow down the song just for this little part. I slowed it down a bit. I'll actually take it back to the original tempo. It's just so that we can kind of hear a little bit of the nuances, etc. and so forth. Awesome. Now, wonderful differences between the verse and the chorus. And the differences between the verse and the chorus help the song to have a dynamic feel. We get this cyclical motion, and then also, and actually there's something that I also didn't talk about as well, is that the verse has this, again, what is it? I'm on the fence cause I'm under attack. Been on the fence cause I ain't looking back. It just goes straight and then up a bit and then down. Maybe I should even draw that here. And the word for this is actually called melodic contour. Really what that means is that all that means is that we're looking at the shape of the melodic line. So if we're looking at the verse, I'm on the fence cause I'm under attack. That's kind of what it looks like. But with say something, we got say something. Something to believe again. Wish I could believe you. Think you're gonna need me someday. So if you look at this, they're very different actually. So we get I'm on the fence because I'm under attack, and then we get these spaces that actually, and I probably should have done it this way first. This is actually a little bit easier to understand. But say something, something to believe again. Wish I could believe you. Think you're gonna need me someday. Right? So it's up and down versus the verse of being like just starting one way and then going down. Absolutely. So this would probably be a good time for me to actually let you guys know that after this, we're actually having an Understanding B7 after party, meaning that I'm actually going to be doing a little bit more breaking down, but even tonight, I actually want to kind of watch the Billboard performance that Brandy did recently together, and I'll kind of be talking through it and just kind of saying the things that I like, kind of freaking out with you guys, and we'll just have some fun with it. So in order to get into the Understanding B7 after party, just go to my profile at O'Neal Gerald. Look at the pinned comment to find my handle, and if you click the link in the bio, you'll be able to get a link to my Patreon, and there you'll get a link to and the passcode to a Zoom call where we actually will be breaking down that performance and any other vocal things that we'll want to be talking about. But yeah, just letting you know that that's there, and then I'll probably talk about that at the end. But oh wait, no, I'm going to talk about it right now. I also have a webinar. If you are absolutely like, if you're in dire need as a vocalist, you feel like you are plateauing in terms of your vocals, I actually have a webinar called the 5 mistakes that keep singers from singing their best and how to overcome them. And it's actually completely free, and it's also in my Understanding B7 package in the link in my bio. And I just actually saw a comment from somebody saying that they missed the borderline talk. The wonderful thing is that all of these lives are saved on Forever Brandy 101, and they're also saved on my YouTube channel. So whichever one you go to, you actually have access to all of them. So we're leaving that up for you. Shout out to Forever Brandy 101 once again. Now I think depending on how much time we have, where it's 9:33, I actually want to dedicate the rest of this time to actually unpacking the rest of this, not the rest of this song, but unpacking the final post-chorus of this. And I actually saw someone ask if I'm the owner of this page. No, I am not. This is actually a collaboration between me, O'Neal Gerald, and Forever Brandy 101. The owner got in contact with me, and this is a collaborative effort. If you want to follow me, the link's in the pinned comment that's there. But enough with me promoting myself. Let's actually get into the last part. Hey, Daytime. Let's get into the final post-chorus. Now, in order for us to understand what the post-chorus is, we need to listen to the first one. And if you don't know what that means, it's just simply the part where she goes, talk back, take it back. Talk back, take it back, get mad. Matter of fact, overthink, I do that. Or whatever. Should've learned. It's a rap, boy. Yeah, oh my gosh. Love what she's doing there. But let's listen to the first one. This is the post chorus. Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want to break down some runs. So let's actually get this one run on. How do we? Wait. Is it I Do That? Yeah, I do that, right? So now, remember how I was talking about the 1 and the 2? This run actually starts on the 2. Ba-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. So we got the 1 and the 2. Now, ba-da-da, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1. So this is on the 1, and then I do that. I'll play it again for you. Right? Let's break it down, okay? And again, I don't want to sweat out my blowout. Okay. It's funny because my pastor at my church has a bald head as well, and I actually cut my locks, and I'm learning this bald-headed thing. And the one thing is that I don't just sweat on my forehead; I sweat all around now. So I got to just wipe it down. Wipe. Anyway, hope you guys are having as much fun as I am. But again, I do that, right? And actually the tone is very light on what she's doing. Again, she's in the mask. It's very light, ready to mix into her higher register. But in terms of that, it's very light. So I'm sure, why not put it in a green for her mix? Now, when we talk about the mixed voice, it's really important that we say that the voice, especially in pop music, when you're using it correctly, actually is always in somewhat of a mix. It's just chest voice might be more dominant than head voice, etc. and so forth. But that's just a little bit of a disclaimer. But we're going to call this a little bit of a mix. Right? Right? And that's really all that it is. Okay, let's listen to it in slow motion. Right? Right? One more time. Right? And then if you listen, there's a whole bunch of air that's on this thing. Wonderful. Okay, now, we just listened to the post-chorus. When we come out of that second chorus, Brandy goes off. She absolutely goes off. And I just want to get into it. Let's listen to it together, and let's see how much of it we can get through. Anyway. Okay. Sing, Brandy. She is a monster. Oh my gosh, I need to hear that one more time. Oh. Oh my goodness. There's absolutely so much here. Okay, so now, let's see how much of it we can get through today. Peeps. And remember, and the wonderful thing about the after party is that if I don't get through a lot here, you guys can ask me to go through more of it and to talk a little bit more about it, because our time here is limited. So get to the after party, Understanding B7 after party. Link is in my bio. But anyway, That. Now, remember how we said talk back was the beginning? Talk back was the beginning of the post-chorus that we listened to before. Talk back. Now she changes that onset to actually 2 notes that actually kind of work as a harmony. In fact, talk back is a little bit higher. So talk back. So if we were to harmonize them, actually they would actually sound like this. Talk back, right? Now talk back. Now, if you were remembering and you were paying attention from the beginning and you actually caught it and you didn't get lost, we talked about how she uses the 1 and the 2. Now, in this specific instance, she actually does that leading tone thing where she goes to where that note, that 2, is leading to, right? It's the 2 that's leading to the 3. And in this particular melody, this improvisation, she does exactly that. Talk back, talk back. So before it was talk back, now it's talk back, right? So it kind of gives the sense of a little bit of resolution, and it seems to me, in terms of word painting, in terms of what it says in the context of the song, seems like she's even more sure of herself. So talk back, right? Then we got a little bit of an upward riff that's going on here. Oh, sorry. Right. Take it back, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh God. Wait. Okay. Take it back, yeah, yeah. Take it back, yeah. Right? One more time. Right. Take it back. Take it back. And then she actually adds, because it was actually take it back, but then she adds a little bit of an upward riff here. Yeah. Take it back, yeah. Take it back, yeah. Oh my gosh, she's brilliant. I love her. Come on, Brandy. Okay. Take it back, yeah. One more time. Right? And Daytime, I was shouting you out earlier before. The thing is, it's not just that she's just hitting an upward run. It's perfectly in time, right? So if she, okay, if we're talking about what an inner rhythmic heartbeat is, we already know what the rhythmic heartbeat is. It's the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when we break it down, when we break it down into the 8th note level or a little bit further down, we actually get 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. And then actually, if we break it down even more, 1, 2, 3, how am I gonna say it? Dig it. Okay, so sure, I'll do that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and then we get the dig it. Now this upward run is actually on the digga. So it's take it back, digga, take it back, digga. Take it back, dig it up. Okay, let's see if we can actually hear that, hear where she's hitting rhythmically. I'm gonna slow it down for this. Okay, wait. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So, dig it. Yeah, see? Right? That's exactly where it is. Take it back, dig it up. Right? And that's probably what makes this section so sexy. It's just, she's hitting the inner workings of the inner workings of the meter that's in the song, and she's doing it so exactly. it's just wonderful, because usually when people sing runs, people are like, oh, 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 yeah, and like they kind of ignore the rhythm, but instead what she's kind of doing is, oh, so what she's doing is she's moving rhythmically. Absolutely. That was absolutely churchy. I'm so churchy at heart. But anyway, let's move on. Wait. Okay, can we go right there? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh wait, who said it? Is it Anthony? Oh, okay. But that's what Brandy's doing. She's hitting the beat while she's running. She's interacting with the beat itself, and not just, going off on her own thing. But let's get to this run, because it's what I heard. So. Okay, and I'm not gonna plot that one. Get mad, right? She's still landing on that heartbeat. Get mad. Okay, let's slow that one down, just so you can hear it. But I want to get to this one, to this monstrous run over here. 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. Get mad. Absolutely. Oh my goodness. She is a beast. I love this woman. Go Brandy. Okay, now, overthink. Now, the overthink, overthink. Just gotta get my pitch right. But, overthink. The thing about that is that, and I still, Daytime, you mentioned Jasmine. This part actually reminds me of Jasmine a little bit. Overthink. Not that, and Kim Burrell, absolutely. So let's just kind of plot this out, because what she does is brilliant. Overthink. So we get overthink, and there's a little bit of an inflection there. But what she does is she cuts it off. So she leaves some rhythmic space. So overthink, right? And then she gives, it's almost like she whips the run. It's just like it comes from, yeah. I can't do it myself. Yeah. I really should have asked my fiance to do that for me. But yeah. So in less than a second, she hits these 4 notes that are just so quick. Yeah. Let's slow it down. Yeah, let's slow it down. Thankfully, I charged my phone, so even though I have 20% left, we're almost done. So I should be able to do it. But wait, Day, can you do it? Can you sing this run, Day? I know, I'm kind of putting you on the spot. Daytime, are you able to sing this run? Oh my gosh. Are you able to sing it? Is there someone in this room that can sing this run? I think, yeah. It's okay, I won't put you on the spot. Maybe we'll get you to try in the Understanding B7 after party. Okay, but, yeah. Okay, now, again, if we're talking about rhythmic, it's rhythmic, overthink, yeah, right? Again, it's hitting that rhythmic heartbeat, and it's actually even oh my gosh, I'm trying to find the right analogy. Oh my gosh. Oh, perfect, a pizza. And I do this with my godchildren. Shout out to my godchildren. But anyway, I know okay. So if we're talking about the rhythmic heartbeat, we get a whole pizza. Oh my gosh, I need a new marker. Anyway, yeah, sorry. I'm gonna use blue because this is atrocious. Anyway, okay. So, okay. Overthink. So if we kind of break it down, We get a whole pizza, right? A whole pizza. That would be the 1, 2, 3, 4. We cut the pizza in half. We get 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a. Then we cut it again. We got 1 E and a 2 digga 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 digga. And then that's where you start to get choices. You can actually make it a triple meter or you can make it a duple meter. It's like a 1 bullet, 2 bullet, 3 bullet, 4 bullet. I can't even really say it that fast. But what she does is just she makes it a triple meter. Right. I tried to explain it. It takes way more time to explain, but I'm just gonna get back to the run. Overthink. So we get overthink. Same note here. Overthink. Overthink. Rhythmic space. Yeah. Overthink. Yeah. So. Right? Let's slow it down and hear it. Right? It's just so in time. I love it. Okay? I'll just do it one more time. Okay? I'm just like, how? Who? And really it's in that initial cutoff and then the ending cutoff that's actually there that really sells it. It's just rhythmic. It's rhythmic. Absolutely. Okay. Overthink, yeah. Absolutely love that. Now, okay, overthink. Okay, and then let me just check because I think someone said shoulda learned. Shoulda learned. Overthink, yeah. Shoulda learned. Okay, let's do that one. And we'll get into the. Oh my gosh, there's so much here. Like, but let's listen to it real time because we're kind of slowing it down. And when we slow it down, we can kind of take it out of context. Let's hear the context of that because it just goes by so quickly. Oh my goodness. Okay, shoulda learned. Right, shoulda learned. Right. And another thing to note, and I'm gonna try going back to my black marker, see what happens. But something that needs to be said is just the place where she's getting the hits from is those what is it? Is those consonants. And also the glottal attack that comes from the vowels. Overthink, think. It's like really, it's really hard with that TH. Think, overthink, yeah. Right? Oh, can we talk about her question answer verse structure? I actually kind of talked about that in the beginning. I kind of didn't call it question answer, but I think a little bit of what you're looking for is actually going to be in the beginning, and this replay is going to be up, so you're going to see it there. But let's get back to this run. Shoulda, and there's a little bit of a turn back up. Shoulda learned. And if I had more time, I would kind of talk to you about how the ending is actually a reflection of the beginning. Is a reflection of the other runs. They kind of all have that. That ending, because that's our Brandyism. Yeah, right. And this is Brandy's melodies, because she's songwriting on these songs. So it's like, yeah. That's there again. And I always want to point that out so that we know this is Brandy's music. This is Brandy's voice. This is Brandy's melodies, right? And of course, the other songwriters as well. But Brandy's the main component throughout these songs, as well as DJ Camper. But sure, let's listen to it in real time. But let me. Oh my gosh, that was terrible. Sure. Okay, and I'll slow it down a bit. One more time. Oh my goodness. She's absolutely crazy. Let me see what's going on in the comment. Remixed, yeah. Yes, she totally did. Or her back and forth singing, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'm gonna talk about it a little bit. Maybe I'm UL. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name right. There is actually like a question and answer type thing that's going on, and the way that we actually get that into performance is Brandy's actually using, or like Brandy, her team, everyone that produced and put together B7, they chose different takes of the song, or rather, I even think that it was intentionally recorded that way, where it's like da 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 da. Like we get different takes, and so Brandy kind of even she very subtly changes her vocal performance from take to take to take to take, and so it can kind of feel like compacted on one another, and so it kind of feels like three Brandys are coming in, and they're kind of giving their own piece of their own piece of mind, or a piece of their mind, and they're giving their piece of the story as it goes along, but it comes from different takes that are and cutting the vocals absolutely to our soul world, and it's just where the cuts are in the editing. Yeah, hopefully that kind of sheds a little bit of light on it. If not, come to the Understanding B7 after party. Now, we're coming basically to the end of this, but I know that a lot of you are maybe even looking for a vocal coach, and I want to let you know that I'm your vocal coach. So, one thing I never really advertise is actually if you want to be able to get in contact with me to see if you can have a consultation and figure out the needs of your voice, and also see how we would move forward with lessons. All you have to do is just give me a call, and I'm gonna write backwards by faith. I would speak in tongues right now to ask God to help me, but I'm in public anyway. Okay. Oh Lord, help me. Okay. Hopefully I'm doing okay. Oh wait, no, that's not. Okay, so it's call.o'neillgerald.com. Oh my goodness, Gerald. Oh, how do I even spell my name at this point? Gerald. Oh my gosh. Call.o'neillgerald.com. .com. Yes. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh, that was hard. But yes, call.o'neillgerald.com if you want to get in touch with me for vocal lessons. Anyway, that brings us to the end of Say Something. I'm so glad that it went well. This was just a really great time. If you want to continue this time, head to the link in my bio at O'Neill Gerald, and we're going to talk about this Brandy Billboard performance that just happened, and just see what you guys thought, and we'll react to it together and just have a wonderful time. Anywho, I'm gonna see you all hopefully in the after party, and if not there, then next week on Understanding B7 when we talk about I Am More. I love you more than a friend, my friend. Love it. So I Am More is next week, and we're coming into the latter parts of the album. soon we're gonna be done. But we're almost 2 months into this. Anyway, the after party is on Zoom. Just click the link in my bio at O'Neill Gerald to go to my profile. Follow me if you want, and then click the link in my bio and go to the Understanding B7 after party, and you're gonna get the chance for $5 to get into the room, and then when you get into the room, you're gonna see a link into a Zoom, etc. and so forth. If you have any more questions about it, just DM me. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna see you guys next week or later tonight. Anyway, love you guys and talk to you later. Okay, bye.